Real estate is one of those things where you think that it's all about sitting down and making calls.
Most of my deals that have been closed have either been from friends in uni,
Okay,
people that I've met in Sudan in outings or whatever,
okay.
and it was shocking to me. My biggest deal was from a friend in uni, a very good friend of mine.
Well, people think that just because somebody came in as a lead, they would want to close right away.
Yeah.
No, you don't know. I mean, that person might be in the initial phases of just exploring if they want to invest in real
Yes,
estate or not.
100%. The more hands you shake, the more deals you close.
Yeah, there's also that one. There's also that one.
Because only through networking can these people realize exactly your character.
About networking is never assume and do not ever feel like somebody that you're saying hi to or being nice to is not gonna be where your next check is coming from.
Oh yeah,
Because
you never know.
sometimes you walk into an elevator, just say hi, and then you meet somebody, they say hi back, change the whole mood.
Welcome to MP Power Talks. I'm your host, Chief Mohammed.
Muhammad Amjad, and today our topic is the importance of networking and how it makes or breaks a deal. So, Chief, tell me.
What am I supposed to? You're supposed to tell us how networking played a role in your life.
I mean, listen. My whole life, I had a close circle. My friends were very limited. My outings and like my social circle was just revolving around school, college, uh, friends from outside that we even like grew up together,
Yeah,
and most of them are doing real estate right now. I mean, obviously you've
I've
met
met a few.
Mohammed Assir.
Yes.
You haven't met Moon. Moon does real estate too. So real estate is one of those things where you think that it's all about sitting down and making calls, but that's only like 20% of it. The
True.
other like 30% of it is going to be you going out, networking, trying to find people, trying to talk to people who are trying to like buy properties or know anybody who wants to buy a house, invest, or whatever. The other 50% would be your market knowledge, market analysis, stuff like that. So, yeah, what do you think about networking?
Honestly, I never realized the benefit of networking until coming here.
You're a very social person, by the way.
I'm a social person, but I never realized how social I was until I actually came here.
Okay.
Coming here to a whole new country, not knowing what's happening, debate was very new to me.
Okay.
Uh, I was told just speak to the contacts that you have. Try to get them to
Yeah, that's
invest.
basically what they tell you.
You
They
know
tell
the
you just pick up your phone,
basically
scroll through your contact list, and just tell everyone that you're doing real
that is
estate.
basically it. And I started doing that on my Instagram. I had
Mhm.
most of my connections from back in uni over there, and I
Okay.
studied university in Sudan.
Okay.
But little did I know that, okay, your network would actually be the first people to actually come and support you or help you out with what you're doing.
Absolutely.
And that's because of that, I realized, okay, I know a lot of people that are actually willing to help me in the venture I'm starting with.
Okay.
So telling them that I'm willing to start with real estate, most of my deals that have been closed have either been from friends in uni,
Okay.
people that I've met in Sudan in outings or whatever,
Okay.
and it was shocking to me. My biggest deal was from a friend in uni, a very good friend of mine in uni.
Wow.
Just came through Instagram. She texted me. She's like, "Listen, Hamid, what are you doing right now?" I was like, "I'm doing real
Doing real
estate."
estate.
She's like, "You working in a specific developer?" I was like, "No, we work with all the developers."
Okay.
And then she was like, "Come on, I'm trying to invest." And
The rest
luckily,
is history, yeah?
the rest is history, as you can as you can tell.
Absolutely. I
But yeah,
mean, also one of my biggest deals was from it was a connection or a network, one might say. So at some point in my career when it was like just kicking off and starting, I was staying in shared accommodation.
yeah,
It was around the I think there was like either the Euro or the World Cup, but we were watching football regularly
mm,
back then. So I got to meet this group of Sudani people that used to like live in my building, and we would watch like football together. And it was never nothing. Mo, what do you do? I do real estate stuff like that. This and that. And one of the guys actually called me out of the blue one day, and he was just like, listen, I have this friend who's trying to buy a house, and he's getting evicted. I was like, are you sure he wants to buy a house? Maybe he wants to rent a house because he's being evicted.
Yeah.
And he was like, no. And that's when I had the conversation with the guy. I was like, hey, how you doing? This, da, da, da. My name is Muhammad, blah, blah, blah. So and so passed me your number, this and that. I end up closing this guy for 6.5 million dirham villa.
And you
And
would
that
never
was the
realize it.
fattest commission I ever
And
got.
you would never realize
You would
it.
never realize that. I'm telling you, it came from shared accommodation. You get me?
Networking it's like the saying goes. I think Andy Elliott said it, or one of
Your
these
network is your
American
net worth?
trainers. No, the more hands you shake, the more deals you close.
Yeah, there's also that one. There's also that one.
Because only through networking can these people realize exactly your character, type of person that you are, how you carry yourself, your energy. And energy
Absolutely.
plays a very, very, very important
Absolutely,
role.
absolutely.
I once went to a private mentoring session through that really was hosting
Okay.
with Rona Rahim. I don't know if you know Rona Rahim,
Yeah,
but Rahim is one
I
of
don't know her
those.
personally, but obviously, yeah.
Yeah, she
If you're
has
in
a name
Dubai
in the
real estate
market.
market, you know Rona Rahim.
Basically. And she kept on saying how energy is very important when it comes to closing deals. And at first I didn't realize it. I was like, what do you mean energy
What do you
is
mean
very
by energy
important?
is very important?
How am I supposed to alter my energy? And she was like, no, you just need to work on energy. Just work on energy. The more energy you have, the more captivating it is towards people, the more charismatic your energy can be, the more chances of you closing deals. And I just started, once I understood it, I started going with it. And I realized that most of my deals have been coming through networking, not even through leads or any of that. And I heard your last deal came through networking in a mosque.
And I'm like, bro, I mean, I don't know if you knew it, but we were at a meeting with one of our teammates.
Yeah.
And you know
I
how the
was
meeting
with you
went?
in that
Yeah,
meeting. Yeah.
exactly. So like after the meeting, the guys were like, okay, let's go pray Jumu'ah and stuff like that. I went out, prayed in the mosque, da 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 da. Everything was done. And then as I was walking out, I saw this Sudani man, and you know, like he
Yeah.
reminded me of my pops, you know.
And you
So I
had
go,
trouble closing Sudani people for some reason.
absolutely, absolutely. I never knew how to deal with like Sudani people.
Yeah.
So I walked up to him. I was like, "Hi, uncle. How you doing?" And it wasn't on like nothing.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
you
just
know,
simple, basic
exactly.
respect.
It was just like I'm saying hi to an uncle.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Unc, how you doing?" Da 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 da. I'm good. This and that. And then he ends up calling me, literally just like 5-6 days after that, and he's like, "Yo, listen, um, I have an X amount I'm trying to invest because right now I feel like it sitting in the bank is not the best of like choices and
He's
it's
a
not the best
smart
of
guy.
returns." He's a very smart guy. And I was like, all right, cool. So he called me, let's say today. I gave him a day. I was starting to think about options and stuff like that. The next day I gave him a call. I was like, listen, we meet up tomorrow. We met up tomorrow. We went to a couple of developers' office. First one he didn't like. Second one he put down a booking because the offer that they gave on the spot was very like great. And then same day we went to a third developer just to like see all the good options out there in the market. Second day he came back and he closed the deal. This was my actually second fastest deal ever.
But it was your first Sudani client.
It was my first Sudani client. It's
Yeah.
a milestone for me.
Yeah, Sudani clients are a bit tough, but once they get a liking for you, once they understand that they're in good hands,
Absolutely.
they're more flexible when it comes to moving forward.
What
You know
I
what I mean?
understood from that interaction is that Sudani clients are very like peculiar when it comes to like
Yes.
dealing with people.
Yes, they don't like to deal with anyone.
Exactly, because like we are trusting people.
Yeah,
And when we give you trust, we
expect trust back.
yeah, like that trust to be reciprocated.
Yes.
And like just to be taken care of and stuff like that. So if you ever lose that trust or like, just like slip a little bit,
It's gone for
it's
Sudani
gone.
people.
It's
It's
gone.
gone. Sudani people are nice and everything, but the minute you mess up, it's like,
By the way,
Good
we're
luck
very
trying to get it
social
back.
too, if you look at it.
yeah,
Yeah, we're very
guys.
social, very generous. I mean, exactly. And this is how a real estate agent is supposed to be,
Especially, I think now with the war,
Okay.
a lot of Sudani people are moving here.
Yeah,
A lot of Sudani
absolutely.
people are moving here.
Absolutely.
They're
And
moving
even
their
the ones
money.
that were like, between Sudan and Dubai, Sudan are just like, settling down right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, but how tell me a story about how bad networking has lost you a deal.
I lost the deal because I was friends with someone that apparently had a very bad reputation with a Sudani client.
Oh my god.
A Sudani client came to me one day and we were good and everything was going great and we were
Okay.
moving forward. We went to the developer's office. Things were good. Halfway through, some guy who was working in real estate as well.
Okay.
Doesn't work in real estate no more. He quit. He's like, it's not the fields for him.
Oh,
He doesn't
okay.
like the fact that he has to chase people.
Oh, okay.
One of them ones.
Oh, he just wants to pick up the phone. Hello, this is
They're
so and so with
closed
so
now,
and
you
so.
know?
Let's close this deal and then be like, okay, let's sign the contract.
Basically. So
Okay.
this guy comes along, he says hi to me, and I say hi to him. We chat for like a good minute, 2 minutes.
Okay.
Because the developer's speaking to my client already and they're discussing things. So I'm like, all right, just a minute, 2 minutes, let me say hi to this guy, see what's happening.
Okay.
And then the auntie looks at me, she's like, Mohammed, do you know that guy? I was like, yeah, he's an agent. He works in real estate as well. She's like, you guys are like friends. I was like, you could say so. You could say so. Because I didn't know if he was related to her or not. So I didn't know what I was supposed to say.
You wanted to be on that gray area. You could say so.
I just wanted to be like a safe area. She's like, okay. And you know how like Sudani aunties, when they go ahead and like, that's not
she
good.
gives you that,
that is not
it's
good.
Done.
But you feel like, okay, stuff just went downhill,
Okay.
Next thing I know, she's like, oh, Anna, I need to leave. And I'm going to just call you back so we can proceed with this. I was like, but we're about to sign. She's like, no, I got to go real quick. My husband is calling me. I'm going to call you back.
I want to think about it.
I'll be like, okay. She goes. She never answers my calls again. One day, her daughter picks up.
Okay.
And her daughter turned out to be a mutual friend with a friend of mine.
Okay.
She's like, Ahmed, I'll be very honest with you. You see that guy that you said hi to? I was like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, his mom and my mom had beef. And I was like, oh, my God. Like, how would I know that?
So that was how
would I know that?
How the deal got like.
Yeah, just be sure who you network with.
Oh, my God.
You don't want to network with someone and then there's family beef or
family
there's
feud.
Family
no
feud.
No pun intended.
And not the fun type, And you realize that, okay, your deal is just gone right now. So I was it was very disappointing for me. It was very disappointing for me.
Also, sometimes, and this is more of like a secondary market thing.
Yeah.
Bro, you need to know brokers and you need to deal with brokers and you need to talk to a lot of brokers just to get your units out there, just to find your clients what you're looking for and stuff like that. I always tell people, listen, you're looking on Property Finder and you're looking on Bayut, but do you think that's enough? And they'll be like, I think, yeah, that's enough. I'll be like, okay, what if I tell you that I have the contacts of 5,000 real estate agents in my phone right now? And that's through WhatsApp groups and Broker Connector. Shout out to Broker Connector. And yeah, love y'all. And yeah, basically, like the more brokers you talk to, the more units you have on the market, the more deals you conduct. So basically coming back to one of the deals that was done with a broker. My first deal was actually done with a broker. And we used to be neighbors. And like we spoke and he was like, oh, you have a unit? I was like, yeah, I just picked up this listing and stuff like that. And it was like, I picked it up like 2 weeks ago. And then he was like, I think I have a potential buyer in our office. And I was like, okay.
Bring him through.
I sent him the details, the layouts, everything. And then he was like, okay, let's sign the contract. And I was like, what?
That simple?
That simple?
That
and he
fast?
was like, yeah, the buyer has been active. Your unit is priced nice. The tower is just being handed over. So yeah, let's conduct the deal. And then we conducted the deal. His buyer ended up selling that same unit after like 4 months for I think 300,000 dirhams profit.
Yeah.
So it was a good deal for both of us,
Speaking of the secondary market, I heard stock is king.
Stock is king.
One of my clients that purchased with me off plan decided that they wanted to go buy a villa in Abu Dhabi. See, I operate in Dubai.
Okay.
But then again, I also cater to my client's needs. I can't like leave them hanging.
Absolutely.
So my client was like, I've been looking for a villa, Mohammed, for the past 2 years. And I was like, you've been looking for 2 years?
That's a red flag.
During that time,
that's a red flag.
During that time, that was more than how long I've been in the market.
Okay.
So I was like, I think you know more about the market there than I do.
Absolutely.
And he was like, still, try to find me something. Because if you do find me something, I'd like to purchase it from you. So I was very keen on like getting something.
Okay.
5 months straight, man. I go all the way to Abu Dhabi and I come back.
That would have been a long walk.
That would have been a very long walk. I go all the way to Abu Dhabi and I come back. And it's like, okay, there's nothing. None of the options they like. Most of the options they've seen.
Absolutely.
And I had to deal with so many agents, so many agents. The thing with Property Finder and Bayut for me was most of the listings that I tried to contact, they were very old. Either they have already been sold,
Oh,
either they have already been rented, or they don't want to go ahead and sell it no more.
okay.
So I
Yeah,
was like,
that's the thing in Dubai market. It's
it's not
not about just
updated.
like, having a check and having a qualified buyer. It's
Yeah,
also about having the seller wanting to sell.
yeah, it's not updated no more. It's
Okay.
not updated. One of them had it listed, and then when I called him, he was like, "Oh, I wanted to put that through renting. I don't know why it's even in sale." I was like, "Are you serious? It's been there for like a good month.
Okay.
What are you talking about?" He's
I
like,
mean, these are secondary market techniques that some
I don't know,
brokers use.
man. I don't know, man. But you know what? Aside from all of that, what is something that you would like to say for these up and coming agents when it comes to networking and how important networking, especially the ones that tell you for them to close, they need to get good leads. That's it.
Listen, there's no such thing as a good lead, in my opinion.
Yeah.
In my like whole career, I only closed one lead, and that was like after obsessive following up. I was just following up, following up, following up, following up, and that's a thing, Like people think that just because somebody came in as a lead, they would want to close right away.
Yeah.
No, you don't know. I mean, that person might be in the initial phases of just like exploring if they want to invest in real
Yes,
estate or not.
100%.
They might be at a phase where they're just collecting information and getting a field out there.
Yeah.
But an important point about networking is never assume and do not ever feel like somebody that you're saying hi to or being nice to is not going to be where your next check is coming from,
Oh yeah. You
because
never know.
sometimes you walk into an elevator, just say hi, and
Yeah.
then you meet somebody, they say hi back, you change the whole mood for the whole day, and
Yeah.
then you end up exchanging numbers. They give you a call after 1 year, and that's already buyer.
One of my clients I met smoking a cigarette outside the mall with.
Oh, really?
I had a cigarette, but I didn't have a lighter. So I went to him. I was like, "Listen, excuse me, can I have a lighter?" And I
Uh,
take the lighter, and we start smoking, start chit chatting a little bit.
see,
Next thing I know, he became my client.
there you
You
go.
never know when
There
your
you go.
next client is going to be.
There you go. And
You
also
know?
another thing that I wanted to add is for brokers, never, ever say that I don't work with brokers.
Oh
If you
yeah,
don't,
don't do that.
if you
Don't be
don't
one of
work,
them. Don't be one of them. Don't.
where am I? Here, or there? There?
Yeah, don't do that.
Sit up straight for this
He
one.
sat up for this.
What do you mean you don't work with brokers? You broker deals.
How
There
are you
has
in
to be a buyer's
people
agent and a
business and you don't
seller's
do
agent.
this?
And also, not because the commission is too little, you don't work with brokers. Sometimes it's about putting the seller or the buyer above yourself.
Most times, all the time.
Every single goddamn time.
Yep.
Yeah, that was my 2 cents in.
For the upcoming agents, I'd like to say, trust me, network, get to know people, and don't get to know people with like hidden intentions of, no, I'm gonna get to know these people just so they can end up buying from me.
Never,
Don't do that.
never.
Get to know people for who they actually are, because you never know, these people might actually come in clutch at some point. They might come
Absolutely.
there and they might show you the support that you actually need.
Absolutely.
And as far as dealing with other brokers, deal with other brokers. I think you heard Mo say it very well.
Listen,
Deal with other brokers.
if you deal with other
Network.
brokers, you make more deals, you
Yeah.
transfer more, you transfer faster, and then your clients end up loving you, and now you've made a friend.
Basically, yeah. So don't count on just your leads. Network, go outside, see what's happening, deal with other brokers, befriend other brokers. You guys might help each other out. But I think that's it when it comes to the networking.
Yeah, I mean that's
You know?
that's pretty much it. We spoke about how good networking is quintessential to close deals.
Yes.
How bad networking is something that you don't want to do.
Yeah. Don't befriend people that have bad reputations with your clients. Fam.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Or their moms have problems with your moms, stuff like that. Yeah, just dealing with other people in the industry, whether it be relationship managers from the developer's office or other brokers from other brokerage firms. But yeah, that's it. I mean, guys, it's been real. It's been nice. And this is MP Power Talk.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.
Oh, yeah,
Make
I
sure you
forgot
put
about
your
that.
questions down at the bottom.
Also,
And the best question is going to receive a mystery
Yes.
gift from us. For you guys to figure out what the mystery gift is, you have to win that best question. So write your questions down below. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and share it with your friends, share it with your other agents, share it with your brokers.
also, if you'd like us to
your
talk
clients.
about some any other topics that you guys think are important in the real estate market, feel
Yeah.
free to leave a comment down there or here. I don't know what these things are. I'll get used to it.
That's Mo, and I'm Chief. This is MP Power Talks.